Good morning. I hope everyone is having an amazing Thursday. Um, I I have not checked the charts today, but I did see that I want to say it was the Bank of Europe. Um, it was somewhere it was either Bank of England or Bank of Europe. Decided to lower interest rates down to 5%. So that should be impacting markets. I have not taken a look at the markets at all yet, but before we do, um, take a moment to like and subscribe, obviously. But before we do, let's do our pre-flight checklist and check the reports on the day. Let's hit the coming soon so that it takes stop. All right, so 6:45. We've got some reports coming up right now. And we've got the Challenger job cuts, so that's baked in. Jobless claims baked in. Initial jobless claims. Everything here is going to be baked in. Jobless claims in the 4-week average, non-farm, and unit labor costs. I don't know why we don't have any numbers from those reports, but they're not there. 6:45, we have S&P Global Manufacturing PMI data. That's just in a minute and a half. We have construction spending month over month, and some other reports coming at 7 o'clock. We've got the ISM Manufacturing, ISM PMI, and prices. So these are all going to create a lot of volatility in the market. These are really big reports. They're going to create a ton of volatility. Now, we just started this evaluation yesterday and got wrecked. We have very little available on TrailMax. So this is our plan right here. We're going to do one micro contract until we can get up to $100 in a TrailMax. Then we'll do 2 up to 2, 3 up to 3, 5 up to 5. So we're going to skip 4. And then after that, we'll jump to 2 mini contracts until we hit 750. From there, we'll go 3 mini contracts and get back to our normal trading levels once we hit above 750. I think we'll be fine above 750. That's where we can essentially scalp our way back and feel pretty confident about that. So, having said all that, you get the screen up here. Oh, you already have the screen. Okay. But we don't have music. I don't know why it's not working. We need to do some relocation of those things. Oh, wow. This thing legit came back all the way from down as low around 5,500. What a rip. That's insane. Yeah, I've been pretty much getting wrecked these last couple of days, unfortunately, considering that we were trading our live account, our actual funded account, which we failed on. So those always cost about $180. Pretty expensive. So here is 6:45. We have 56 available in the trail. So we're going to be looking to bring that up to 100 today. Kind of at the highs here. Sort of missed this rip. When did this start? 6:36. So we had maybe a red to green move. So a little bit more assessment before we jump into a trade here. Pretty minimal movement on the day. 85 to 87. Yeah, okay. So I may want to see if we could a pull back to about 93, not just the 90 EMA here. There's a flag on the play. That report should have dropped. So let's take a look at that. Okay, so there's the PMI final at 49.6, slightly beating the forecast. Prior was 51.6. So for those of you who don't know, the S&P Global U.S. Manufacturing PMIs compiled the S&P Global from responses to questionnaires sent to purchasing managers in a panel of around 800 manufacturers. The headline figure is the Purchasing Manufacturers Index, or the PMI, which is a weighted average of the following 5 indices. Okay, new orders, that makes up 30%, output 25%, employment 20%, suppliers delivery times 15%, and stocks of purchases, which is 10%. For the PMI calculation, the supplier's delivery times index is inverted so that it moves in a comparable direction to the other industries. I'm going to say that again. For the PMI calculation, suppliers, the delivery times index is inverted that it moves in a comparable direction to the other indices. The index varies between 0 and 100, with a reading above 50 indicating an overall increase compared to the previous month, and below 50 an overall decrease compared to the previous month. So ever so slight decrease compared to the previous month, but at the same time, not very much of a decrease and breaking the forecast. So overall, relatively positive PMI result there. We got the high here at 56.01. We may come into resistance at 56. I want to take a look at this hourly chart. This hourly actually got a 5200 moving average crossover. Yesterday, we were all the way down here at 54.40. Actually, it's 2 days ago. And yesterday, so that was where we bounced. This is where we actually failed that evaluation. It was on that drop. And unfortunately, we were up, 250, but overtraded because we made all that money in the first couple of seconds sitting down here. So, them's the breaks. Okay. We said all that. Let's go ahead and take a look if we can get a trade op here. All right. So, we've got a relatively decent setup, if I could speak today. Looking at 0.1, 0.2 on the TTM on a cyan switch there on the 10-second chart. 9, 12, 26 crossover. I'm going to I'll try to get in there. There we go. We got an entry.
Order filled.
And looking to get out of 5,600 and a quarter. And we're just in one contract like our trade plan says. So that has come up to 5,600 and rejected. And we're going to exit this.
Order
we'll
filled.
Take that loss. Back down at 44. Down $12 on the day. And I guess we'll look for another entry. Obviously hitting resistance at 5,600. What I think would look really nice would actually to see some pullback to like 55.90. What I really want to see though is the TTM on the 1 minute side cool down a bunch. I'm a little surprised that trade didn't work out. I think it would have worked if we went for a little less, but we only went for 4 ticks, so ultimately could have just been a wrong entry. And there's 55.90 that we mentioned. May even see pullback all the way to 88. On the 10-second chart here, excuse me, we have a pretty heavy downward move. Obviously, that's on the whole chart, but okay. So I might look for red to yellow. There's an 8 SMA cross for a little pullback, and there's that opening range right there at 55.93 or so. I'm gonna buy the bid here.
Order filled.
I was looking to capitalize off that red to yellow and a move up towards the green, the 50 moving average. Doesn't look like that's going, so we're cutting that.
Order filled.
All right, $28 available in the trail. Pretty massive pullback. That's actually pretty shocking. Just to see these kinds of pullbacks. Even trading the micros, man, I'm just going in the wrong direction this week. Need to become a short trader. Really, I just need to be doing both, but my edge has always been in long. That did pull back all the way to 88, like we mentioned, which is right there, that VWAP. This looks better for a long, but I'm not touching anything without a cyan switch now, since that red to yellow didn't work. Obviously, this ended up being a more solid red to yellow here. So we're down $28 on the day, which was half of our trail max. And I'm only trying to go for like 4 ticks.
Order filled.
All right. Oh my gosh, that literally hit our trade. Dude, what's going on? Come on. And then now we're pulling back again. Come on. Back at break even for the moment. Crazy. It has the rip on this one, otherwise I think I'm gonna have to bail. Okay, there's some pushback up. Right, so I want to see this one open green. I gotta see this get above 95. No, not looking right. Yeah, I'm out.
Order filled.
Well, trail mag's down at 18. Down $38 on the day. 100% loss rate. Haven't taken a single good trade yet. Wow, what changed? I had like months of straight success. And decided to come back to stream and trading like dookie. I wonder what that's about. I mean, perhaps it's me being on stream, I guess. I mean, but that just seems like an excuse. Like, it doesn't seem real to me that would be a reason why. Started to come back a little bit, but I can't trust it now. Everything that looks like it's about to push keeps breaking down. That's what I was looking for right here. And I saw this one like peaked up and hit our buy or our sell, but
Order filled. Order filled.
I only got a green trade, but now we have to come back from the losses on the day. And we've also got to come back from the losses on the week. So this account might be burned, but I'm just gonna trade it till the wheels fall off. I want the practice. Look for a pullback to EMA 35, which is right here at 95. I believe 7 o'clock is going to provide a lot of volatility. It's in 2 minutes. TTM on the 1 minute side, breaking down to about 1.0. Bouncing off the EMA 26 for the moment. I'd be looking for a pullback to 90 and even 88. Yeah. Starting to get a lot more volatility than even like when I first sat down. TTM at 0.6 now. Almost to a red swap. 1 minute away from 7. I think we might see a big rip at 7 o'clock. Sorry. Trying to assess the volume here and see if there's been more accumulation or sell-off. It looks like more sell-off, although these two candles are accumulation and these two candles are accumulation. Little sell-off here, but way smaller than the accumulation. And 2 sell-off candles here, but I don't know if those equal out to all of this accumulation right in this zone. I'm looking to 7 o'clock. I kind of feel like there might be a rip at 7. There's 7 o'clock right now. There's the rip, just downward rip, massive dump. Did it just freeze? It just paused there at 85. Just dumped to 84.75 and just sat there for a second. That was weird. All right, big dump at 7, all the way down to the VWAP. Massive volatility this week. I guess we had the FOMC meeting. Europe's dropping rates, and the S&P's been oversold for several months. There's a 9-12-26 crossover on the downside. We may get a dump here. Obviously, we got a dump at 7. We got red on TTM here. And we're pulling back to the 200 moving average. Starting to look like this might really dump a lot. Might look for a short off of 86 if we get a pop back up. You're going to go short here?
Order filled.
I think I filled that at way too high of a price. Oh, yeah.
Order filled.
So, went the wrong direction on that. Trail max at $6. Yeah. Just blew through an account in like a day. That's crazy.
Order filled. Order filled.
Upping back up to 95 there. Massive volatility again. Let's take a look at what those reports were. I know there's PMI data. So we had the construction spending month over month, which is down 0.3%. So over the forecast, down a total of 0.5%. ISM manufacturing employment, which is at 43.4. Forecast is 49. So that's pretty significant right there. ISM manufacturing new orders down to 47.4 from 49 on the forecast and 49.3 on the previous. ISM manufacturing PMI at 46.8, forecast 48.8 and prior 48.5. ISM manufacturing prices 52.9, forecast 51.8 and 52.1 on the previous. So prices up and manufacturing down. Manufacturing ISM report on business is based on data compiled from purchasing and supply executives nationwide. Survey responses reflect the change, if any, in the current month compared to the previous month. For each of the indicators measured, new orders, backlogs of orders, new exports, orders, imports, production, suppliers, delivery, inventories, customer inventories, employment, and prices. The report shows the percentage reporting each response, the net difference between the number of responses in the positive economic direction and the negative economic direction, and the diffusion index. A PMI reading above 50% indicates that the manufacturing economy is generally expanding, while below 50% indicates that it's generally declining. So this one on the upside, and all the other ones very much on the downside. Okay. Will we find support here where we found support before? I don't know about that because we've got the 5200 cross on the down. We're currently trading at VWAP and on the 1 minute chart, and we're at the 200 moving average as well. So dipping below the 200 moving average is definitely a bearish sign. But currently I'm still calling this at the VWAP just because we're at the VWAP area. So this could still bounce and considered be a VWAP bounce. We get down below 80, then I'd say, okay, we're switching below VWAP. And there's below 80, but it's like kind of like right at 80. Going for a short here.
Order filled. Order filled.
Took a very micro trade on that just because the short didn't just happen right away like I was expecting. So it may still happen, but found a little too much support at 80 for me to want to hold it for the second. That would have been the full short. Just was taking a lot longer than expected. So down 45 on the day. Trail max only at $12. Yaha. We get the opening range right there at 55.72 on. I believe that's what that blue line is. I could be wrong. Massive volatility, man. Look at that like contract jump right there. Just in 10 seconds, 2,300 contracts. So huge amount of shorts. And we've dropped $25 or so off the high of around 56. So I had this excruciating pain in my foot on my birthday, and I ended up going to the hospital for it, and they suspected that it was gout. So pretty awful on that, and I actually just got confirmation yesterday it is gout. So no fun there. A little update about my own personal life. All right, 10 second looks like we might get a nice bounce up to about maybe 83. But I'd be looking for rejection on that. It does look decent though for a bounce. Let's see. No sign of switch. 9 is getting above 12. Is it going to reject off EMA 35? Find out. Kind of been rejecting my strategy all day, so I'm a little hesitant to take my strat. Or perhaps the market has shifted and I need to develop a new one, which would suck. It took me a long time to develop this one. This one was highly accurate up until this week. Up until the week I decided to start streaming, of course. So there's a false break. So I never actually got the crossover. So it's never actually fulfilled the strat. It fulfilled the strategy in one marker, 2 markers, but not the third. And it did fulfill the strat on the. This is a newer thing that I started doing. It's not actually part of the strat. It's kind of its own call out for the shift, which is just the 8 SMA crossing below the 9. It's a call out for the up. It's not necessarily part of the strategy. It's just a warning light to pay attention. That's the way I see it. So we're seeing on this, I'm seeing a little bit more, man, a lot of inconsistency, really. Nine still below 12, still looks bearish to me. So that would be that indicator, the call out, if you will, of a upward direction move. Not the indication of one that will happen. This is like more, like I said, just a warning sign, just a light to just say, hey, pay attention. There could be a breakout here coming in the next few minutes. It's also not that accurate. The accuracy is probably about 70%. So take with that what you will. I just use it as a signal, not a buy signal though. I just use it as a signal, like, hey, pay attention. But you can see right there, it didn't formulate, but it could formulate here and then just cross right back below. We've dropped all the way down to 55.73 or so.
Order filled.
Dang. Was going for a like a quick pop up towards the EMA 35 there. Didn't happen. And I think we're just about to fail. Yeah, there's the failure right there. So lame. Yeah, with that, I mean, I was kind of expecting it, so I'm not really worried about it. Yeah, the price pauses too. Yeah, that was bothering me as well. Yeah, there's no halts on futures. And don't worry about it. I mean, it's just all part of the game. I don't know why I've been like very I've been struggling with trading this 1 week. Like up until this point, it was like so consistently 100% accuracy, just really really good accuracy. And if I did take a loss, it was always really small. So I did have a rule that I had set for myself at the beginning of June to not trade on PMI or ISM data, or on those days rather. Ah, ah, it was to not trade on PMI or ISM manufacturing days, both of which I did this week. And that was a mistake. That's how I failed my first paid account in Elite Trader Funding, was trading on PMI data, or on the day rather than that PMI and ISM data were out on like June 3rd or something like that. And that really sucked because I was up in that account like $1,500 in the paid account. So um, yeah, yeah, me too. Like trading news, like usually like is fine. And in fact, I lean into it sometimes. And it's usually predictable to a decent extent. But when ISM and PMI data come out, like it's like the bears come out for blood. Um, and the bulls just aren't strong enough for it. And I've seen that time and again. So I don't know. But yeah. All right, Joe. I'm gonna go ahead and jump off here. Obviously, I got nothing left to trade. So no stream tomorrow. I'm gonna take some time off till Monday. I'll be back on Monday, August 5th. So, all right, y'all. Much love and appreciation. We'll see you Monday. Peace.